The Charlotte real estate market has been booming for the past few years, but these are the neighborhoods I think you should check out for 2025. The first neighborhood is Windsor Park. This is probably one of the places that you can still get an affordable home without going so far out of the city and buying new construction. The average price point is going to be around $415,000. They're going to be generally 2 to 3 bedroom homes, and it's going to be about 1,000 to 1,500 square feet. Most of these homes were built in the 1950s, and they're on about a quarter of an acre lot. A lot of them are brick. All of the homes are very similar for the most part on the outside. It has a really nice aesthetic to it, but they're also like very established. So the neighborhood has trees and all of those things. It's going to be a really great neighborhood to sort of get into and start sort of building that equity because it's so close to Uptown. It's always going to be appreciating in value because anything with sort of in like the 5-mile radius of Uptown tends to do really well. And this is sort of one of those neighborhoods that hasn't popped just yet. And now that the affordability is getting a little more challenging since prices have gone up so much, I think we're gonna see a resurgence of people buying what I'll call fixer-uppers, so that then they're gonna be putting in a little more sweat equity into these houses, but they're going to make even more on the back end when they go to sell that house. Before we go on to the next neighborhood, I'm Becky McCulley, your local Charlotte Realtor. Let's go on to the next. Colonial Village and Ashbrook are going to be really hot in 2025. These have become a little more popular, particularly Ashbrook, but I think they're gonna explode even more. I mean, these houses were primarily built in the 50s, some in the 60s. There's been some like little minor updates, but nobody has really brought them into 2020s. We're starting to see some people do that. Now the Ashbrook side is a little more expensive. They're a little bit larger than sort of the Colonial Village side. They're really close to Park Road Shopping Center, so they sort of fall between Park Road Shopping Center and South Boulevard, and then bordered to the south by Woodlawn Wendover Road. These are generally going to be like 3 to 4 bedroom homes. The average price is kind of high. It's around $880,000, but you're buying the location. You could go and buy a 3,000 square foot new construction house, but you're going to be further out. You're not going to have access to the same amenities and that established neighborhood feel a lot of people like. My final neighborhood that I think is going to be hot for 2025 is Ballantyne. And I know what you're thinking. Ballantyne is already hot. And you're right, it is. But what I think is going to change for Ballantyne and make it even more competitive and drive prices up more is the addition of the Ballantyne Bowl. The Ballantyne Bowl is this whole sort of area that is walker friendly, and it's got shops, restaurants, all sorts of things. They have an outdoor amphitheater called the Amp. They'll have concerts there. People are going to be doing fitness classes. There's going to be all sorts of festivals. And what I have seen is I have spoken to so many people who don't have kids, and they're saying, I really like Ballantyne because now it's got more like urban feel to it and all of these new things coming. You're going to have a whole nother demographic that is gravitating towards Ballantyne when you have a market that already is popular because of the schools and all of these other things. And now you have an entire other demographic that says, we want to be there too. I think that it's really going to get competitive, and we're going to see prices increase even more. Most of these homes are going to be on a quarter of an acre size lot, some smaller, but the thing to realize is you have homes that are in the 2,800 to 5,000 square feet range. So the footprint of those homes is going to take up more of that lot size, and so your yard is going to feel smaller. Even though you have a quarter of an acre, that quarter of an acre is going to be very different from the quarter of an acre in Windsor Park. The average price for homes in Ballantyne right now is $833,000. I think we're going to see that average price climb even more in 2025. If you're looking to make the best investment in 2025, I would definitely consider these neighborhoods at the top of your list. And if you have any other questions, please reach out.